This is Louie. He's my emotionally support animal, and he comes and causes chaos when I'm calm. Good afternoon, and welcome to the Willow Rose Cottage. Louie's jumping on me. I just thought I would take you through a little tour of what I've been doing and what I've been up to. I have been working hard and slow because of my hand, and so it's taken me a really long time to get these few things done, but I'm proud that they're finished and I want to share them with you. It's pretty dark in here because I've covered most of the windows, but this was once the Marie Antoinette room. All these boxes have been everything in them except for this. I just got this and I'll show you what I did with it. But I have all these boxes are from here all the way back, all the way along here, and all this, and here, and there in the closet. So all these boxes things have been removed from their places, cleaned, sorted into keep, toss, and donate. And then what I keep, I brought in here. What I donate, I put on my front porch, and what I toss, I put in the big dumpster outside. Come out here, I have this whole closet full of things. I'm not sure if you can see how wide that is, but it's a pretty big closet. Now I'm starting to stack stuff here. I have my tea room, things here. My tea party brunch platters, that's not true. And apothecary books. Let me see what the other side of that says. Nothing. So these are all my herb books. I do know that's for sure. So there's all my herb books in there, and my little coffee grinder that I put on my shelf in my apothecary to grind herbs with. So all of my things in my living room have been broken down, and all the furniture has been pushed up against the walls. So I have the furniture against the walls. Also, I have my project materials here, and the John Audubon book that I purchased offline for another project, and I'll get to that. I'll show you that. That's going to be a fun one. And then here was my gallery wall. And this is what's left of my junk drawer. I did keep my junk drawer stuff out because I do use it a lot, with the exception of these. These came off of a painting in the bathroom that I gave away, so I don't know what to do with them. So they're just there for Louie safekeeping. So Louie's been helping. He puts his stuff into the tubs, and then he takes my stuff out of the tubs. So he's been working quite hard as well, although he has packed these two toys and this and his baby. This is his baby. He's packed them several times, and I have to sneak in afterwards and take them out. So here's just everything over here has been emptied. Everything is emptied here. And then over here are my shelves that were next to my fireplace. And this is one of my apothecary shelves. And my chair, don't know what to do with it. It's just sitting there. And some things I'm just kind of leaving in place because I'm not sure. I mean, they're not going to get boxed up, right? So I'll wait till the movers get here and I'll just have them move those pieces. And of course, Mr. Oink Oink. I found Mr. Oink Oink a little chair to go into the dining room so he can sit with us at dinner time, and he's so excited. He just sits in here and watches over everything. And then this project is finally finished. It's a little wonky. I am going to redo it once I get settled in. Absolutely love this fabric. I found it at a thrift store. It was part of a table runner. So I bought this. It matches the colors I want to use in my new home perfectly. And I don't know if you remember when I was working on cleaning the probably good 100 years of soot, cigarette smoke, yuck out of those crevices. So I finally got that done. Finally got the seats reupholstered and screwed on. All my plants are over here because there's nowhere for them. I haven't done the kitchen yet, obviously. I have gone through and I've taken out all of my apothecary and or herb books and all of my tea books. So all my tea books and my herb books are been removed and been packed. I'm using my dining room table right here for my work table. Yeah, and like I don't have enough projects to do. I found this at a thrift store about 3 days ago, and of course I had to drag it home. I'm going to work on it. It needs a little work. It's pretty rough, so I'm going to go ahead and strip it down, sand it, and refurbish it, restain it, and then wax it. And I'm going to probably work on that this weekend. And if you don't know what this is a drafting table. And the reason I'm so excited about this drafting table is that I had to get rid of mine maybe 20 years ago. And I like to use a drafting table to tape my paper onto the table when I paint. I'm very, very excited about having a studio again. I haven't had a proper studio since I got married. I mean, that's really sad to say that, but that's been 30 years ago. And so I have limped along and I've tried to make art here and there. And I've been commissioned for a couple pieces here and there that I had on my easels and I worked really hard on. And I tried to reestablish my art career a couple of times since my divorce, and it's really hard when you don't have the space or the room. So what I've decided to do is take my guest room and I'm going to get a Murphy's bed and put it into the closet, and then it'll be shelving, and then when I have a guest I could just pop it out. So I'm really excited about building my studio again. Oh, let me show you what else I found. So this is the other thing I found, and I am in love with this. It was $7.50. It was a pink tag, which was half off, so it was only $3.75. Okay, and you might be thinking, why would you want this crazy looking thing? Look at his little tennis shoes. Aren't those just adorable? Okay, this is what I want to do with him. These are all nailed in and probably glued as well, but I'm going to pop these out and then drill out the holes. And when I am painting, when I have to put my paintbrush up, I'm going to put the paintbrush I'm using in here. And there's 6 holes. I don't think I will be using 6 paintbrushes at the same time, but what I usually do is I lay them down onto the paint palette, and I've decided that this is going to be my paintbrush holder in my new studio. Yay! I also finished my island. If you remember, I was outside, I was painting it yellow. You can't really see that it's yellow from the video is not picking up the yellow. It's a very faint yellow, but it is yellow. And I distressed it a little bit here and there, and then I wasn't sure if I liked it. So instead of painting over it, I made the decision to leave it, live with it, get it in my new home, and see how I like it there. So I reattached them together. So if you don't know, these are 2 dressers that I bought about 5 or 6 years ago, and bolted them together. And then I use this. This is what you usually see me talking to you from. And so this is always in my kitchen. Let me show you. So it's always in my kitchen. And this is where I make all my pies, I make my bread, I do everything on here because it's tall, and so am I. So I finished this. But there is a caveat. I didn't finish it because you'll notice I don't have the handles down here. And it was because Hobby Lobby only had what, 10? And I bought all 10 of them. So they did give me a rain check. They have called me and told me the other 2 are in. So I still have to go pick those up. But that's a good hour and a half drive. And I'm busy. I'm such a busy girl. And what else have I done? I've done so much. I've been working forever. This stuff I say I've done. Here is a little plant stool, what is it? Not a plant stool. What is it called? Plant holder? Anyway, so here's a little plant thingy, and I bought that at the thrift store for $3, and it was half off, so it was only $1.50. It does have a little mark here, but I don't care because I'm going to put a plant on it. And then, stop. And then this is a little step stool that I bought, and sorry, that was Louie. Stop misbehaving, Louie. This is a little step stool that I bought that I completely stripped down. It was dark wood, like almost that color right there. And I just didn't like it, so I stripped it completely down. And now I have 2 steps for my plants when I get there. So that was one of my projects. So this was another small project I wanted to work on. So I did strip it down. I'm sorry. This is Louie. He's my emotionally support animal. And he comes and causes chaos when I'm calm. So what I did, this was a fun story. Okay, so what I did is I stripped the whole thing down, then I painted it red. Oh my gosh, and then I hated it. So I did some funky fancy stuff to it to make it, I don't know. And then it looked like should be in the friend's apartment, Monica and Rachel's apartment. So I'm like, okay, so that's a little outdated. So I finally got it down to where there's just hints of red in it. So what I love about this chair is that this lid comes off. And there's storage in here, so you can see the red where I painted it. I swear, I think I ruined more things than I fixed. So I don't know if you remember, but in my last video, I talked about how I had bought some brown pleather to recover it in. And then I didn't like the brown pleather, so I bought this actually to redo this in. And then I didn't like this. Oh, I wanted this for the chairs. That's right. I wanted that for the chairs. And so then I went back to the pleather. And this is the really amazing thing. I just absolutely love this. So I went back to the pleather and I pulled off the upholstery that was on there. There was like kind of some old retro Victorian kind of upholstery fabric on there, and I pulled all that off. And then when I got underneath it, there was brown pleather, which is what I was going to cover it in. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to clean it up. So hold on, I have to get him under control. Oh, that was easy. Okay, under control. So I wanted to clean it, and because, you know, who knows how long it had been there. So I started to clean it, and then I got this stuff. Let's see, where is it? Then I got this stuff. And I don't know what made me want to do that, but once I got that and I put it on a rag and I tried a little spot, like right here, for instance, and it brought up the color to this kind of cool golden color. And it looks really like it's been worn. So I strategically, and I say artistically, worked on making this look like it's naturally worn over the years. So I'm really proud of that. That might even be my proudest moment right here. That's how sad things are. No, it's my proudest moment. I absolutely love this. So anyway, so this was really pretty easy. It brought itself together with the exception of the red. Why I painted it red, I don't know, but I did. On the other hand, have practically killed me. In fact, one of the things I wanted to do, if you remember me a year ago, before I hurt my hand, is I wanted to buy an old fixer-upper. And I wanted to buy one because I'm going to rip the kitchen out because I want an unfitted kitchen, obviously. So So I wanted something, and I'm gonna rip the bathrooms apart because I want a claw-footed bathtub as well. So I wanted something that was just kind of abandoned or whatever. And so my daughter and I got into kind of a little bit of an argument about, she's like, you do not need an old broken down house to try to fix. And I'm like, yeah, I have that kind of talent. I'm really good at fixing things up. I want to get an old house and I want to fix it up, and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And I had all the plans and I had everything I was going to do and I had it all written down and whatever. And then I hurt my hand. And then I started thinking, maybe she's right. Maybe I should look for something that's a little bit put together, but I can do fun crafts in it. Like the house I bought, I am going to have someone come tear the bathroom apart because the bathroom is completely put together. So I want and the bathroom's huge. So I want the bathroom split into two. And then I want to add a walk-in closet to half of it for my personal bathroom, and that's where I'm going to put my claw-footed bathtub. So anyway, so I have projects. I do have projects, and there's projects in the house I can do on my own, like strip down the woodwork around the inset cabinets and stuff like that. So I still have crafty things to do in the house. However, back to my story. So this just to strip those down and then get to the point where I have to wax them took me 5 days and almost killed me. So then I'm trying to, I'll show you. Trying to find wood that will match this, and because the seat kind of goes like this, and I could not find wood anywhere, and I could not find anyone that could cut it into the shape I needed. So I finally went online and bought 2 pieces of pre-cut wood, 2x2. And look, of course, they're too big. They hang over a little bit here on both of them. And then I bought the foam. I don't know why, but I decided, yeah, 4-inch foam would work. 4-inch foam would work perfectly. Well, it came, and it was like huge. It was like big. I don't have 2 hands, or I'd show you. It was like big foam, and it wasn't going to work. There is absolutely no way. So then I cut it to the size and I cut it down the middle. So all of this is just ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous that I'm even doing this. Like, I'm cutting it down the middle to make it 2 inches. Yeah, I could have ordered 2 inches, but I'm trying to save money. That's why I'm redoing everything. That's why I bought my drafting table. It was at a thrift store. It was like $60, and then it was half off day. Well, not half, it was a pink tag. So I got it for like $30, and I'm going to redo it. I'm trying to, upcycle, reuse, redo things and make them beautiful. Anyway, so my point is that these cushions are goofy as hell. They are so goofy looking. This one's much narrower, and it kind of slopes down. And this one's all nice and perfect and just kind of looks nice. And this one's not so nice. But you know what? It's okay. At some point, I will redo them. And I'm going to reuse the fabric because I have enough of it. So I love the fabric, so I will do it properly. But I just wanted to get them done. So I think that's what I've been doing and what I have to do. I still have a project in the garage to do. They're beautiful rattan pieces. I found 3 separate rattan pieces that don't match, and that's fine. I'm going to paint them like a soft ivory, and they're going to go out in my backyard when I get there. So when am I getting there? I think I'm getting there Tuesday. So watch for a video, because I will be videoing it and talking about all my plans and everything I want to do. So stay tuned and stay whimsical.